Hi Virgo, welcome to your March 2024 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you for your support. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on when I post new content here. Hope you are doing well, Virgo. As I'm recording this, it is March 2nd. We are still in the midst of Pisces season. We're going to get started right away today with your reading. This is the Earth Magic Tarot, a new deck I've been working with that I'm really loving. All right, let's get going. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Please help me in pulling the most relevant messages for Virgo at this time. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. What are the messages for Virgo at this time? Let's pull one more. I feel like I need one more card here. Okay. All right. So Virgo, interesting. I feel like this full energy is you, but it looks like someone's chasing you. That's why I pulled a few more cards, because I was like, wait, hold on. What's going on here? Okay, so this is what I'm getting right off the bat. I feel like you are definitely very motivated to start something new. I don't know, right? All of you are going to be different. This is a general energy reading for the Virgo collective. It's not a personal. If you're interested in a personal, I'll link my details below. The only way you can book with me is via my website, just FYI. I feel like there is somebody, Knight of Cups, and just also, I always like to remind folks, when I remember at least, there's no gender in tarot. We all have masculine and feminine energies. This is just an energy that you or another person are showing up in, right? So all of you are going to be different. Some of you are going to be, in relationships. Romantic is what I mean. Some of you are going to be single. So this can be slightly different depending on that situation. Whatever's going on, I'm getting that the full energy is you, Virgo, and you are wanting to start something brand new. You're going after, right, your dreams. You are, whether you're like trying to start a new business or a new job, or you are going out on your own, right? If you had been in a relationship, or you're making the choice to go out on your own and like lean into the single life. Or if this is work related, there's somebody, Knight of Cups, that is coming after you. Sorry, it's making me laugh because it's just like you're running away from them. Now, this could be a potential romantic partner, right? Because this is cup energy. They want to have a vulnerable conversation with you. They want to open up to you. They want to express themselves, and their heart, their feelings. This could be a friend. This could be a potential lover. This could be almost anyone, right? I'll definitely clarify. Four of Cups is giving me that this could be somebody from your past or somebody you've known. And whatever this communication is that is coming towards you, well, maybe not, although that's kind of what I'm getting. But all of you are going to be different. So I don't know who this Knight of Cups is, okay? You're the Fool. Whatever this communication is, it feels like it's triggering stuff from the past, maybe like past disappointment, past heartbreak, past situations that didn't work out. So it's like triggering your fear. And I feel like you're not expecting this communication, right? And time is fluid, right? Yes, this is a March energy reading, but this is going to show up very differently and in a different time frame for all of you, since it's a general reading. There's also, we're in Pisces season, so emotions are running high. We do have a new moon in Pisces on March 10th. And we have Mercury going retrograde. I believe it's April 1st, but Mercury enters the shadow phase on the 18th, which is the day before we move into Aries season on the 19th. So at least for me, the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde, which is like 2 weeks before it goes retrograde, that tends to be, at least for me and a lot of people I know, a bit more chaotic and triggering than actual retrograde. So maybe like this Pisces season, you've been like really trying to get clear on what you want to do next, and you are choosing this new path. You're going out on this fool's journey. You're like, okay, this is my time to do something for myself. And this person sees you going after your goals, right? Reaching for the stars, literally. And I feel like with this sun back here, there's a teardrop, right? And I feel like you have been and are wanting to move on from the past, but I don't know if the past is done with you. And it's interesting because all of these cups here have like a little teardrop coming into them. So there's going to be a lot of emotions triggered, I think, by this conversation. And Three of Wands in reverse, it's maybe going to take the wind out of your sails. It may make you feel a bit stuck because you weren't expecting it. And whatever that conversation is, whatever that message is, it just kind of trips you up a bit. And I think it triggers your emotions where like at the beginning of the month, you're like raring to go. You're super, super motivated. And this person finally catches up with you and they're offering you something. Maybe it's an apology. Maybe it's an offer of love. Something, right? Especially if it's somebody from the past. Again, it could be a friend, it could be a former lover, it could be a family member, somebody I feel like from your past that you were not expecting to hear from, and it triggers you and you start to feel really stuck. Let's go a little bit deeper. If this is resonating for you, Virgo, like the video, let me know how this is showing up for you. Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm getting the sense that whatever this communication is, whoever it's from, for some reason, it like makes you, it triggers your insecurity. Maybe it like, because it triggers your emotions, you start to feel unsure of your path forward. It's like your confidence is shook. I don't know why. Like, you know, what I can say is that when people from our past that we haven't talked to or heard from come to the forefront, and you know, with this cup energy, I'm getting it's somebody you cared about, right? And I'm a big advocate that sometimes we have to love people from afar and sometimes we move on, right? Whether we cut off you know, an old romantic partner, or we had to cut off a friendship or even a family member. And if somebody's coming to you and they're offering you an apology and they're trying to like spill their heart to you and you weren't expecting that, you were like just the fool, right? You're trying to move on, start something new, and this kind of pulls you back and you're like, crap, now I don't know what to do. And you may in some ways, Queen of Wands in reverse, be like, was I right about this person? Should I give them another chance? Should I accept their apology? And look, like all of you are going to be different, and you need to trust yourself more than anything. No matter who's giving you a reading or who you're talking to, Virgo, you know yourself and your life and situation better than anyone else. So always trust your own judgment and discernment. One thing I always say, you should never feel forced or rushed to accept an apology or allow someone back into your life. And if somebody is rushing you, that is a red flag. Depending on the situation, right? If there was a falling out and somebody hurt you, which I feel like they did with this Four of Cups energy, it could just be a like, you feel unsure about how to respond. And I think you're frustrated because you kind of wish this would just, you wish they would have stayed in the past because then you wouldn't have to deal with it. And now you're having to deal with it. Let's see, Spirit, what other insights can you give us about this? 10 of Wands. Let's get a couple more here. Queen of Coins in reverse. One more. Spirit. King of Coins. Interesting. This conversation may allow you to lay down burdens that you didn't even know you had. I'm seeing Ace of Swords here on the bottom of the deck. So definitely communication. I think maybe you didn't realize that this particular person or situation had this type of charge on your life. That maybe if before this person showed up to talk to you or to apologize, whatever this conversation that they're trying to have with you, maybe you didn't expect to feel this way. Maybe you didn't understand the charge it was carrying. Queen of Coins in reverse and King of Coins in reverse. Maybe this is something at one time that was stable, because if these were upright, this is like a divine union. And sure, like I said, this could be family, this could be friends, this could be a past romantic partner. But both of you are not, I don't think you're on the same page. I think you have different values. I think you have different goals. And I feel like there's a bit of confusion here. Like I said, this could be related to this Pisces energy, to, you know, as we're moving into the Mercury retrograde shadow period. There's going to be some kind of communication for sure. They want to open their heart to you. I want to go a little bit deeper, but something I always like to remind clients of, or even myself, is the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. I don't know who this Knight of Cups is. I know that they are coming after you and they want to offer you some love. They want to open their heart. There's something to investigate about this Queen of Wands, your insecurity being triggered, and the emotional charge that this person still has on you. And I think that you have to be realistic about how things went down. If they hurt you, if they made promises in the past that they couldn't keep, if all they ever showed you was that they can't keep a promise, they can't honor a boundary, that's something to remember, right? And you may need to be really clear with them, Ace of Swords, about your boundaries, right? You can say like, hey, I appreciate that you reached out. And I know that you're trying to be sincere and apologize, Eight of Pentacles and the Fool, but I've worked really hard to get here in my life and I need some time because I don't really know. I don't know if I can give you another chance. And let's be clear, Virgo, that you can accept somebody's apology without letting them back into your life. But if they caused instability in your life and they depleted you of your time, energy, and resources, and the only thing that they ever proved to you was that they were not consistent or reliable, you have to keep that in mind. And I do get the feeling of you needing to protect how hard you've worked to get here. I split the deck again and I got 10 of Wands and the Fool. You've worked really hard to try to let go of the past and you were just trying to move on, and this person decided that they were going to, you know, throw a wrench in your plans. And I can understand why you'd be irritated by that. Let's see, Spirit, what else do we have here? The Sun. This person brought some type of happiness to you in the past, and I think that that's probably part of the challenge with this particular person and this communication, this offer, this apology, is that like there was a time in the past where they brought you happiness, where you felt loved by them, but there's a reason why you're running away from them. There's a reason why you're running from the past. I don't think you can avoid this. And whatever your choice is, right, Virgo, it's your free will and you got to do what's right for you. And if somebody was abusive and toxic, like, trust yourself. This is regardless of what you decide to do, whether you let them back in or you're like, hey, thanks for your apology. God bless. Like, go with God. I got things to do. It's coming up for you to heal. So even if in the end you determine like, we're not going back that way, we're not, you know, whether it's friend, family member, or former lover, like, I appreciate the apology, but you're not going to be a part of my life. Like, this is happening to help you understand that it still has an emotional charge, and there's some healing, and I think some hurt feelings that you need to acknowledge just for yourself. 8 of Cups. Yeah, I think I don't know if you're going to accept. Well, like I said, you can acknowledge their desire to apologize and appreciate that, but I don't necessarily think you're going to be super stoked about letting them back into your life, because again, you worked really hard to get to this place so that you could start something fresh and new for yourself. Spirit, what else here? 5 of Wands in reverse. I feel like there was a lot of conflict when things ended between the two of you, and you don't want to go back to that place. You don't want to I feel like you had to argue a lot with this person about what you wanted, what you deserved, what your boundaries were. And we have Queen of Wands in reverse again, and they made you feel insecure. They made you question yourself. They made you doubt yourself. They made you doubt your values and your self-worth. And I think that that's something to keep in mind. There's a reason why Queen of Wands in reverse has shown up twice, right? You have to like trust what you're feeling in your body. 9 of Pentacles, you're definitely going to consider what they have to say. But again, you're not going to be rushed into accepting or agreeing to allow them back into your life. And I think that that's a really respectful place to be. It's clear that this person at one point made you happy, but the past is the past and you've worked really hard to get here. And again, if they're rushing you and trying to guilt trip you and being like, well, I apologize, how long are you going to take? That's a red flag. Take your time. Respect your own boundaries. Don't let anybody rush you. Be grounded in your approach. Even if your emotions and your insecurity and your self-doubt are triggered, you don't have to do anything you're not ready to do. Don't be rushed. Spirit, what else do we have here? You thought that this was going to be stable with this person in the past, 9 of Cups in reverse, but you didn't get what you wanted. You didn't get what they promised you. It seems like they really let you down in the past. And you have to remember that. Again, like I said, I think you really care about this person. You may still care about them, but some people you have to, you have to love them from afar. Yeah, you just have to, there's a coach I like. His name is John Kim, the Angry Therapist. And he always talks about past relationships, whether it's friends, family, or romantic partners, that don't just play the highlight reel, watch the entire movie, right? Don't just remember the good times. Remember the times they let you down. Remember all the times they caused drama and they argue with you over stuff you shouldn't have to argue, and they made you doubt yourself and question yourself and shrink yourself because of them, because of their own toxicity. You have to remember everything that happened. Queen of Swords. Don't be afraid to be the Ice Queen, Virgo. Don't be afraid to be the villain. Don't be afraid to say, hey, thanks, but this isn't going to work. Like, I appreciate the apology, but I'm doing something else now. I'm a different person. I have different values. I have different boundaries. I don't put up with that stuff anymore. And like, thank you for the apology, but no. And they are definitely not going to be used to that energy from you, I don't think. I think that they may expect you to be, like with the sun here, they may expect this response from you, that you're going to be like, oh my goodness, thank you for coming back and apologizing. And that's not your response. Your response is like, I don't trust you. I remember what happened in the past. I remember how, I was depleted. Things were not grounded. Things were unstable. You made lots and lots of promises. 9 of Cups in reverse. You told me this was going to be stable, but it wasn't. You told me you were going to be faithful, but you weren't. You told me you were going to be a good friend, but you talked mess behind my back and you gossiped about me, right? You told me that you were going to be there for me, but when I called you, you never had the time. And now you want to apologize for what you did. And you just want me to be like, oh, thank you so much for this. I forgive you. And like, you are going to come to this place where you're not afraid to hurt their feelings. You're not afraid to be the villain. You're not going to care if they think you're mean, because you know that you have worked really hard to get here and you need to protect your peace. You need to protect your peace of mind, your well-being, your emotional, mental, psychological stability. All right. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. You worked really hard in the past on this relationship, whatever it is, Virgo, but it did not bear fruit. You toiled and you labored and you tilled the soil and you did not get what you were putting into it. The Star card of Aquarius. So you decided to choose yourself. You decided to heal. And now you're shining bright, right? This Fool, you're going after this Star here, right? And you're going after your dreams. You're healing and they're noticing you. So that's why they're showing up. And you're like, you want me to go back to that place of doing all this work to make something work that clearly is not going to work and never has. Oh, Virgo, let me know how this is showing up for you. This is like a really intense energy. Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be another offer, a new offer from somebody not from the past. It's going to be abundant. It's going to be grounded. It's going to be real. But you have to choose yourself and you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust, right? You have to remember all of the things that happen, all of the broken promises and the energy that this person is coming at you with, right? If they are just trying to apologize so that you just immediately accept them with open arms and there's no consequences and they're rushing you and forcing you, and especially if they're trying to guilt trip you and trying to make you out to be a bad person because you don't trust them based on the past, again, that's a red flag. Like, keep your boundaries really, really high. You've worked really hard to get to this place of being ready to start something new. And I think that the only way that you get this new beginning is by continuing to run away from this person. I don't know how else to say it. 8 of Swords. So like, yes, there may be some overthinking that happens. Again, I feel like this has to do with, one, it's Pisces season and your emotions are going to be triggered by this person, by this conversation. 2, again, like I said, we have the Mercury retrograde shadow phase before we head into Mercury retrograde. There will be overthinking. I think that's just because you cared about this person. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person you're not a bad person for choosing yourself and choosing your peace, Virgo. Just know that. Whoever this is, you're not a bad person for choosing your peace. You're not a bad person for trusting patterns over promises. You are not a bad person for having boundaries and choosing yourself. And you are going towards something new and it's coming towards you. There's definitely going to be some triggers and like some frustration around this conversation. But I do, obviously, all of you, it's free will. And, time and energy are fluid and each of you are going to do something different. But I'm getting a very strong energy to keep running towards the Star and don't let anybody pull you back to things that you had to work so hard to overcome, Virgo. So if this messages are resonating for you, please like the video. I'm very curious to know how this is showing up for you. I'm going to close this reading out with a card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Spirit, what final messages do we have for Virgo? Surrender with joy. Achieve greatness through surrender. All right. Let me just get this from the book. I hope these messages are supportive for you, Virgo. It seems like some really tense energy, but keep choosing yourself. Don't feel bad about doing that. Your stability, your mental health, your peace of mind, that matters more than anything. Grace of God is like the flow of water and the universe is like the river. Although a drop of water flowing in any part of the river is different from the previous drop, the grace of God remains constant. Everything in existence constantly benefits from God's infinite grace. Only the conditions change from one level to another, and new circumstances evolve every moment for new possibilities. Gishsari. Dearest, life is presented to you as a divine gift of God. Everything that is created is endowed with all that it needs to continue its own life. Surrender to the flow of whatever is coming to you. Regardless if it is causing pain or joy, accept the unfolding as part of the chain of cause and effect. Sufi wisdom tells you that the secret to good fortune flows from surrender and selflessness. The key to transformation from the darkness into the light is hidden inside of you. You need to be content with this transformation within yourself to allow it to change you. You will then be able to share its fruits with others, not just by the words coming from your mouth. Find the voice of love within yourself and let it be your guide. When you surrender to it, you will not be shaken by every change or every new thing that comes along. Focus on the beauty of life when a major change happens so you can be flexible enough to make the adjustment. O Sufi friend, allow love to radiate from you so you can witness the glory of the expression of divine wisdom like other Sufis. Accept and surrender to the good and bad that happen in your life and allow the transformed life to shine through you. Move out of the way and let the divine voice have its way with you. Let love speak through your heart. Mantra. I am the living creation of the heart of a loving creator. I am the true expression of the spring of life giving birth to itself. Nothing in life can imprison me again. Don't let the past imprison you, Virgo. Let your love for yourself and for how far you've come direct your choices this month. I hope the messages resonated for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Bye.